Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going through used to be my go bag. However, my apologies. However, it is currently set up for a teaching bag, so I can teach my friends, a couple of my mates. They want to learn how to do this stuff, like the bushcraft stuff and things. So I've made a few alterations to my go bag, so it's catered more to around teaching than it is actually being a go bag now, which I suppose it screws me up slightly, because I now don't have a go bag in the case that I may need one. However, at least I can teach my mates who are wanting to learn. So I'm just going to quickly go through what I have in here, just show you guys a little bit what I will be using, so you can sort of get an idea of what videos are going to be coming in the future, because I will be filming a lot of the teaching that I'll be doing. So at the same time, it'll be showing you guys, if you're interested in learning, if you want to watch it, you can, that sort of thing. And obviously I'll be showing them at the same time, and hopefully you will see them progress, and when it gets to a point where they have caught up to where I am in my learning, we will all just be learning together. I will also be using this bag if we do any potential overnighters in anything we may build. So it's more just catered towards around like whatever I need right now at the time. Anyway, so to begin with, we've got the outside of the bag. So we have a little lantern here. I do have one of these on the front. Just a quick little flash warning, I am going to be showing you just how bright these little lanterns here are. They're LED lanterns, and they take 3 AAA batteries. They have 3 modes: bright, dim, and a flash mode. This is your strobe. That's them. Obviously on these pouches at the front, I have 2 glow sticks, 2 pens. We go around to the side of the bag. I have my fingerless gloves. They've got extra padding, and it's just a bit harder for stuff to go through, like brambles and things. Just because since I put an axe in my hand, I prefer to wear gloves now to try and prevent major damages happening again. It's a preventative measure. It's not perfect. I will still get damage if it happens. I have this length of paracord. It used to be a paracord bracelet, but my wrists are too fat, so it didn't go around. So I added a carabiner and attached it to my bag here in case, a length of paracord. If I unhook the carabiner, it can also be used to carry stuff if I need to. I have a torch in a holder. Obviously, it comes out, so I can use it with my hand, or I can move this up and down the strap, and position it how I want, so I can just have it, like, say, on my shoulder and use it that way instead of having a head torch. I also have a clip here that has a retractable lanyard that has a windproof lighter on there, and then there's the lantern on the front. I also have this Velcro or hook and loop patch right here. That is for my first aid kit here. I will be making a different video on this first aid kit, but there will be that video. That's the first aid kit I will carry. I have this pouch sheath here for either another torch or a knife of some description, if so it be. This is also the waistband, it goes around my waist. I also have the chest straps on here as well. So as we go to the pouches, This pouch here, staying on the outside of the bag, has a spare light that's got a whistle, a working compass, and it has a magnifying glass and a signaling mirror in there as well. I have a tin of matches and a bandana and a mask, just in case. I'm not going to take it all out just because it'll add time to the video of me putting it all back in. But where I can take some smaller items out, I will. Obviously, I've got the pens on the outside. I do have a head torch in here, just in case. I've also got a length of paracord with 2 carabiners on here, and a monocular. I also have a belt that I keep spare in here, as well as some tarred bank line and a notepad. That all goes in this outside pouch, so it's accessible, easy and quick. Just behind these pouches, underneath this morale patch here, I have my tarp or basher in this little pouch here. It's just a cheap little one-person tarp, but it just keeps me dry, as well as a bag of pegs, so I can peg it down if I need to, and that goes in here just like that. I also failed to mention that I'm not entirely sure, but I think the brand of this bag is Camelback. They are a fairly decent brand, to be fair. And it is water resistant. It's not completely waterproof. Nothing is ever really completely waterproof, but it's waterproof enough. The actual bag itself is. In the middle pouch now of the bag, we have this little admin pouch. I'm dropping everything now. I have this admin pouch that is full of cord. I've got hooked bungees, just random bungee cord. I have paracord, green and pink. I also have some of this cord, which is just like twine. It can be used to hold things together if I need it to, but it's mostly used as a fire starter. Just drop that down there a second. I have this Polymath Products fire kit. I think it's called the Spitfire. Comes in this case that you can wear on a belt. I have a ferro rod on the outside of it. I also, in here, there is the striker, some more of that cord. I've got a blow tube, so I don't have to put my face in the flames. There's also some fat wood and some waxed twine. All are good for helping with the starting of a fire. This kit is to help you create a fire, not to help keep one burning. Obviously, that's where your rule of your hand comes in. It's like this much at a pencil size, and then you want a handful of 2 fingers, and about this much, I think, or 3, and then this much of that wide. But I don't know, it's all things I'll teach later on when I remember it correctly. It's been a while since I've made a fire. It'll all come back to me when I start making fire again. In my main pouch now, my very back pouch, I have a water bottle of some description. Right now is this metal one. I do also sometimes have one of these plastic ones here, but it's always these canteen style ones because they're a bit smaller, but they're still a litre of water. So I'll always carry a litre of water in this pack. Obviously right now this is empty. There's nothing in it because I'm not going anywhere with the bag. There's that. I have my schmag, which there is a video on how to tie these. I have some hot chocolate powder because I apparently didn't take that out after between winter and now. Still in date, so I'll keep that in there. Oh dear. I also have a beanie and a balaclava, apparently, because again it was still set up for winter. And finally, I have my mess tins, and with my mess tins I have all of my mess tin things. So I have a mask and a bandana. Bandana is mostly for cleaning my mess tins or mess tin items such as my knife, forks and spoons. I have a couple of options there. I have two compasses. One is a map compass, one is a regular bearing compass. I have a knife sharpener that also has a whistle and a ferro rod on there. I do have a full-sized ferro rod and striker, another fire tube that you blow. I have my BCB cooker that takes the Dragonfire BCB blocks, about this big, and you dump one in and you light it and it goes up. I also have a few stormproof matches. I failed to remember if I mentioned it, but I have some paracord and 2 lighters in here. One of them being a windproof lighter. I will probably do a video of me actually going through my mess tins properly, and showing you how I lay that out as well so that it all fits in here. As you can see, my mess tins are very old. They do need replacing soon. I have had these, a minimum of 10 years. Is definitely a lot more than that though. I believe pushing 16, 17 years, something like that. They are very black with carbon from all the use over time. Obviously I've cleaned off what I could at the time when I was using them. And I taped the handles up with sniper tape to prevent me burning my hands when pulling them off of a flame, because I did used to use them with cooking in fire. But yeah, so that is that. Thank you for watching. I will be going through this first aid kit in the next video. As you can see, it's a little bit different to the one you saw in a previous video, which is why I want to go through it, because it's set up slightly different for slightly different things, but it still does all your basic first aid as well. But yeah, so I'll be going through that in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and yeah, just stay safe. I hope you enjoyed, and if you can't survive, learn. Take care, guys.